Man United is likely to use. But let's see. You never know. After all, City has also been having a very, very bad run. Things have not been going so well. And if you look at how things are currently, City is in the 4th position with 27 points, and United is currently in the 13th position with 19 points. Well, still, it doesn't really look good for Man United. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh, Isaac. Josh, it's the derby this weekend on Sunday. I don't know how your feelings, I don't know how your mood is. We just won a game last night. I would say last night, yeah. Again, it's Victoria. It wasn't a pleasant game to watch, but Rasmus Holland came through, blessed us with a brace, or blessed us with a brace. You can put it either way you want to. What is your mood ahead of the derby? Is it going to be jingle bells?
It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a derby. So, I mean, our form is out of the window, but unfortunately, neither of the team is in form. So it's anyone's game. On Sunday, Man City, if Man City needed a game to get back into their groove, this is the game that would actually help them get back in their groove.
Correct.
They've had a couple of bad results, but United is also not in a very good shape. Actually, if anything, you can say United is in a worse shape than Man City is, because Man City is losing many games and a few draws here and there, but they still have what it takes to beat a club like Man United under the circumstances that it is in.
And so, in other words, you still see Man City coming through. As I said, it will be a great comeback for Man City. But last 5 matches, Man City has lost twice, 2 draws, and 1 win. Man United 2 losses and 3 wins. Last 5 matches. And if we're to go head to head, of course, Man City has won 4 and United 1 in the last meeting. So I don't know where this puts us. I mean, it shows in the recent form, we are ahead with 3 wins and 2 losses. And City has 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 win. So again, I don't know where this puts us. I have mixed feelings about this. It's Man City. Anything can always happen. After what I watched over the weekend, I'm not really so comfortable with the display that that was shown from our players, because they lacked the urge. I'm picking out a few players like Rashford, Dalot. It looks like he has failed. I don't know whether he still needs more time to fit into the system. That is the Amorim structure. And it doesn't really look so good. Garnacho is always fluffing chances. We saw what happened yesterday. Amad Diallo is doing so good, although at the end of the match, him and Rasmus Højlund were exchanging words because of the chances, or because of the pass that he failed to give him. But again, out of all that, we have a few players that have been performing so well. Of course, Onana is in those players, although the last 2 matches, he has done some silly things, and we saw that yesterday, conceding a goal where some people have been arguing, saying De Ligt should have come through. But I personally, I don't think De Ligt would have done anything, because De Ligt had 3 opponents behind him. Now, Onana, on the other hand, had the best view. He knew where he would have put. At least we should have kicked the ball out there in play, but he decided to give it to De Ligt, and the opponent was there, which was a goal. But overall, still Onana, he won the best player of November, so I still think he's a very, very good keeper.
Best save
November. I still think he's a good keeper. He's a good keeper. Other players, Ugarte, I think, is solid. He should be starting. Fernandes should be starting. Amad Diallo should be starting. Rasmus should be starting. Joshua Zirkzee, I have mixed feelings over him. I'm not really so sure. Mazraoui should be starting. After all, we have to walk and take care. We have to walk Leniero into the system slowly by slowly. It's been a while since he last played. But yeah, the last time he played 62, 63 minutes. Then we have other players like the Ligt should start. The Butcher, Lisandro Martinez should start. The only problem right now is the left wing back. We don't know who's going to be featuring over there, Josh. But tell me what you think about the players, who you think, or how you think Amorim should be setting up. Because we all know Pep is someone who thinks so hard. He's tinkering his way over the moon, and anything can always happen. Man City can always subdue you. They can always whoop you and thrash you a 5. And remember, they're at home.
Yeah, Man City has its players. It doesn't have so many players to choose from. And Pep Guardiola was in the press crying about it. He wishes that he has a full squad to choose from, but he does not have that. And when you pick one or two players that are not fit for purpose for Ruben Amorim's style of football so far, I think it is too soon, because none of the very few, if any, of players who you can say that they're 100% in tandem with what Ruben Amorim wants, because there's still a bit of mistakes here and there in almost every one of them. And going into this game, the only thing that I can say is interesting is that Ruben Amorim will be the manager of the club. So whoever who he selects on match day to come and play against Man City, he should be really energized for a derby. Should be energized for a derby. The thing that we are lacking, I think, is the fight. We really don't have a fight in us. Yeah, we can play some neat football every now and then. The game we played against Victoria Pleasant, in the first half, we had 72% of the ball, but we were not using this ball in places that mattered. That is, it was not dangerous enough for Victoria Pleasant, because we just kept playing the ball back and stuff like that. With Man City, I know that they pick their moments, even when they are struggling. This is the right game for them. It's a derby. I mean, you put all the problems that you did have behind you, and you go and fight for the pride. And I think it will be a very interesting game, but I don't see how Man United comes out of the Etihad with 3 points.
Well, I think the team that finished the game yesterday should be the same team that should start the derby on Sunday, because I mean, I've been looking and going through City, but City has been so leggy, and players like Gundogan don't have the intensity anymore. They are struggling defending. When it comes to defending, they're also struggling. It could be because of the years. It could be because of the years that they are aging and they don't have the legs anymore to run, going front, then coming back. And I'm looking at their captain, of course, KDB. I'm not writing him off, but he's been. He's not been that Kevin De Bruyne that has been wowing.
I told you at the start of the season. I told you at the start of the season that Man City should have cashed in on Kevin De Bruyne, because Kevin De Bruyne, at the age that he is, with the injuries that keep recurring, I think it was the right time for Man City to have let him go. I don't know if there were any suitors besides the Saudi Arabian clubs, but I think they should have gotten money from him at that point.
Josh, come on, really, you're already pushing him to Saudi Arabia.
He could. There were the suitors. He could go to Spain. There were the clubs. There were the clubs that I knew about during that time that could have bought Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know about any other club, but for me, I mean, when you start to have that many injuries and stuff like that, maybe a change is good for you. But the thing is, you say that Man City is legged and stuff like that. Man City still creates very many chances in every game they play. In the game Juventus beat them, they created so many chances. If they had tucked them away, then they would have won the game. In the game that Amorim beat them against Sporting CP, they created an avalanche of chances in the first half. They could easily have won that game by even 4 goals in the first half. But it wasn't to be, because Israel was very good in goal for Sporting on the night, and Amorim found a way to tweak his side and make it more competitive in the game, and that's the 4-1.
Well, Pep today, Amorim today, on being a contender to replace Pep at Man United, when, as he said, never heard from them, and this was my only option. When United talked to me, I had no doubts. I had already something in my mind that could be a possibility. With Man City or Vienna, nothing about that. That was after a journalist asked him if he was already on Man City's radar to replace Pep. Also, Pep, he said, Guardiola said, I would like to play the game we played in Lisbon on Sunday against Manchester United. Believe me, the way we played in Lisbon, I would like to play on Sunday. I don't know if we will be able to do it, because for very many reasons, but we will see. He also said he doesn't know how to fix the current issue right now, with his team being topped, with his team dropping points, with his team losing how many? It's been, I think, 9 or 8 matches, and he only has 1 win, a draw, and the rest are all losses. So he's a bit perplexed. He doesn't know whether things are going to go so well. But
he has somewhat thrown the players under the bus, because he says it's the responsibility of the manager, but it's your responsibility as a manager, but you have to look at your own responsibility. I think he was having a go at his players, and that's actually, he's in a period that Manchester United finds itself in. It's just that our trajectory is different, because we are learning on the job about a new manager, and those ones have been there for a while. But it kind of seems like the same thing. We are very slow on picking up second balls and things like that in games. We don't really have a good fight in us.
Well, Josh, so tell me, what do you think is the way out on Sunday for United to? I'll call it surprise, because there's no way. If Man City beat Man United, it's not going to be a surprise. But if United, in their current situation, manage to subdue and beat Man City, I think it's going to make headlines. Actually, it will be even bad for Pep Guardiola, because we know it's a derby.
I don't think so. It's a derby. I mean, anything goes.
It's a derby, and United is doing so poorly, Josh. Come on.
Yeah, but whoever United beats, it's news.
No, not Man City, Josh. I'm telling you, if United had beaten Arsenal, Amorim was going to be on the top. Everyone was going to be talking about Amorim.
Yeah, because
Arsenal won, but it wasn't a lot of news.
No, but that's what we are the ones who feed the dailies. So I mean, if we upset someone, if we have a very good result against someone,
like Man City,
they don't think that we can have a result. The dailies will have a field day.
Well, okay. Joshua, I think you're already worried. You're already scared. You've already given up.
No. I've not given up because of the manager. I know that I like what Amorim is doing. I mean, you can see that he wants to do certain things. They may not be the best, and not many managers would stick to things that are not working, or the things that are slow to work, because actually it is working, but it is slow to work. And because it is a very complicated style of football, then you have to give guys some time to learn the things to do.
Okay, Josh, real quick, please give me your your predicted starting lineup tomorrow, or rather on Sunday.
Andre Onana, Mazraoui, right-sided centre back, De Ligt in the middle, Lisandro Martinez in left-sided centre back, Terrell Malacia as the wing back, left wing back, Amad Diallo as the right wing back. But I had Ruben Amorim speak of Amad Diallo in the 10 role, and he expects him to do better in the future. It kind of spoke to me that he will play him there sometime again. But I'll have Amad Diallo in the right wing back. Then in the middle of the park, I would have Ugarte and Fernandez. Then the front three, I would have Rasmus Højlund on top, Zagzi and Rashford. Yeah.
Well, I would have Onana, of course.
Mason Mount in place of Zagzi, since Zagzi played a whole game. So I think the manager will rotate.
I think I'll have Onana in the goal. I'll have Mazraoui, De Ligt, Lisandro as the left CB. Then I will have Ahmad, Fernandez, Ugarte, the two in the midfield, and the other side, Tyrell. I would also pick Tyrell over Dallo. Dallo is struggling. I don't know if he's going to be picked for tomorrow, but he's really struggling. He's finding it so hard to play so well. Then the two tens, I would have Garnacho. I know he's been also a bit poor, but I would have Garnacho and Joshua Zirkzee. I would actually have Joshua Zirkzee and Mason Mount. I'm not a fan of Mason Mount, but I'll have Joshua Zirkzee and Mason Mount. Drop Garnacho, and I would have Rasmus Højlund.